guys, what is up? AwesomeTheSauce here. Hope you guys are having a wonderful day, and welcome to a really special video because today we're actually going to look at a side quest that honestly I don't think anyone's really talked about, and it actually gives a lot of hints about the fourth arc. So I actually didn't know about this, but I did see a few rumblings on Twitter, and I just wanted to see if it was legit or not. So if you guys are trying to find this quest, make sure to come all the way over to Samsara in Empyrea Part 2 and talk to this guy named Vashtal. I think this only unlocks once the mandala, you know, the life and death paradox chain basically breaks. I think that's the only time it unlocks. So you have to go pretty far into the world. I would argue that if you're level 125 when you start it, you probably have to be like level 129 when you finish it. But I thought it'd be really interesting just to see what this is all about. So without further ado, my man, let's do this quest.
I see by your aura that you walk a mighty path, wizard. Troubles here are nothing compared to the danger threatening the entire spiral.
I mean, that's a little whack. I don't know why this isn't part of the main quest, because that's a little whack. Okay, my man, okay.
You gotta prepare yourself for what lies ahead.
Oh my dick.
Samsara was built to be a shrine of ancient wisdom.
Oh, I feel you.
Let the truths we found guide you.
I'm all about them truths. Oh my, this is a little exciting. I didn't expect this today, y'all.
Even in the fury engulfing our village, you must find a moment of stillness.
I feel you, bro. I feel you.
Carvings on the prayer columns on the elders' platform.
A Lamau. All right. So basically, it looks like there is wisdom. I don't know why the music just started out of nowhere. What, did the side quest just trigger the music? Nothing. Basically, what happens is there are scrolls and columns and whatnot that basically they unlock knowledge for us, and it seems to be that it's supposed to give hints about what's the thing that really threatens the entire spiral. So let's see. Without further ado, my man.
When you read a book, see more than the words.
Oh, okay.
On paper, the words are written upon.
I feel you. I don't know what that means.
Look further.
Okay.
See the tree that made the paper.
Okay.
The soil that fed the tree, and the dead things that became the soil.
This is a little deep, but I think what it's trying to say. I don't know what it's.
Further.
Okay.
The rain that watered the tree.
Okay.
The clouds that loosed the rain, and the sky that birthed the clouds.
That's a lot. Oh.
Outside the illusion of time.
Okay.
You see them all at once. The book is more than a book. It is the entire universe.
Damn.
So are all things. So are you.
Oh, okay. Thanks for that. I don't know what that really means, but I mean, Theory Tuesday. I don't know. Okay, let's go to the next prayer column joint. All right, yeah. All right, in here. Let's see.
Our perceptions tell us that we walk in a straight line from past to future.
I feel you.
All the things around us are but one thing.
That's a little deep, but yeah.
But time is an illusion.
Oh, I feel you.
Look beyond it.
Oh my God.
You see, existence is a wheel. The
Oh.
spiral itself is but an echo of this truth.
So everything is a wheel. This is really deep. Oh my God. Why?
Off the wheel.
Oh damn.
See the great paradox.
I feel you.
Life and death.
Yeah.
Order and chaos.
Okay.
Light and shadow.
Lots of opposites.
Despite our limited perceptions, they are one.
Oh, what does that have to do with? Okay, so that still doesn't really. Okay, we're gonna try to decipher this because I am confused. I'm not gonna lie. Oh my God.
In the world of mundane illusion,
I feel you.
is the absence of life.
Yeah.
Shadow is the absence of light.
Oh yeah.
Chaos is the absence of order.
I mean, you're just saying things. I feel like they're not really. They decided just to say things and make it seem like a teaser. Oh my God.
Opposite is also
All right.
life is the absence of death.
I feel you.
The absence of shadow. Order, the absence of
Uh.
chaos, each defined by its opposite.
I feel you.
Is there a thing that has no opposite to define it?
Oh!
A thing that is its own opposite? Can there be such a thing as nothing?
See that? They capitalized nothing.
Let understanding end at what cannot be understood.
What?
Is a great attainment. Those who cannot do this will be destroyed on the lathe of heaven.
What does that mean? What is the late of heaven? I am extremely confused just now, my man.
Try to remember the truths you read today. They can guide you if you open your mind.
Boy, my mind must be closed. So I actually decided to do more research, because when you actually read the dialogue of that quest, what it really tells you is something that we kind of already know as wizards already. There are opposites, and we know that because of, you know, ever since the beginning of the game, we've had opposites with life and death, storm and myth, fire and ice. You know, we've had those opposites. We've also seen those opposites when it comes to light and shadow, and we've seen those opposites with Grandmother Raven and Grandfather Spider when it comes to order and chaos. That's what they seem to represent. So it's very, very interesting to me that they spent so much of the, you know, the knowledge that we're supposed to get about the fourth arc spent on that. But what they really added was that now there is a new concept, something that actually doesn't even have an opposite. And they used the quote, "To let understanding stop and what cannot be understood is a high attainment. Those who cannot do it will be destroyed on the lake of heaven." Now, that honestly, I don't really know what that means. But what I did realize when I looked up that quote is that it's actually from a book called The Lake of Heaven. And it was written in 1971, science fiction novel. I urge you to look it up if you're really interested in this kind of thing. But what's really interesting is that the main theme of the book is that it's about a guy that can dream things into reality. And there's another person who wants to make him dream things into reality, so they create a dystopia. So they solve like overpopulation by dreaming a plague that kills 6 billion people. So there's only 1 billion people left. They dream of an alien invasion to get world peace so that all the nations on Earth can unite against the alien invasion. They want to dream a world without racism. So basically everyone becomes a uniform light gray. So this is all information that I got from Wikipedia. So I mean, I'm only assuming that it can only be so good. But if I were to use that as any indication of what's going to happen in Arc 4, it's actually really interesting what it could be. It's probably a force that wants everything to basically lack opposites. And in order to do that, whatever this force is, it would want to get rid of magic in the spiral, because magic is literally built on the very theory of opposites. So I'm not really sure how much sense that really makes. Like, obviously I wouldn't know how to, like, give you guys a whole plot, you know, of it. But what I think I would do, because they put this side quest in for a reason, it's definitely supposed to be like an Easter egg that, you know, for the people who really like questing a lot, maybe they have a little bit of, like, you know, extra, you know, like an extra view kind of into, like, what Arc 4 is going to be. If I were to guess what Arc 4 is going to be, just based on what I've learned from that quest and what my research has told me, I think what's really going to happen is really interesting. It's probably going to be something that basically, like, a new enemy, new figure. I don't think it's gonna be a god, because we've already dealt with all of them. I don't think there's anything really above Grandfather Spider and Grandmother Raven. They're the ones who created the spiral. However, if you go outside the spiral, maybe there's a force that wants to get rid of everything that the spiral is symbolic of. The spiral itself, as we learned in Empyrea Part 2, is created out of Grandmother Raven's need for order, out of the chaos that was created by Grandfather Spider. There's something really beautiful about it. And there's a reason why there's so many opposites everywhere. You know, it's not just light and shadow, order and chaos, life and death, like that book said. We also have other opposites. We have fire and ice. We have storm and myth. And we know that that's a very magical and powerful thing. That's why the paradox chains were so powerful. The opposites balanced each other so much that they gained power from each other. That's how the myth and storm chain worked, the life and death chain, and the fire and ice chain. That's basically how Empyrea Part 2 is really supposed to be, you know, symbolic of something, you know? And I think what's really going to happen is there's going to be somebody who wants to be God, essentially, and has some way of dreaming things into reality in a way that we get rid of magic in the spiral. I think whatever's coming to the spiral is going to want to end magic. I think that's really what I got out of it, more than anything. And it makes a lot of sense now that I really think about it, because at the very end of Empyrea Part 2, in the Arcanum, we have the tree symbol, the tree of knowledge, tell us that you actually have nothing to fear. And what they meant by that, because they capitalized nothing, just like it was in this quest, what I think they mean by that is somebody really wants to equalize the world so much that nothing even exists anymore. It's a really crazy concept, in my opinion, to really wrap my head around. But to give you guys an idea, it's like any dystopia that you might have ever heard of. If you've ever read books like The Giver, if you've ever, you know, thought about like the theory of communism, you could literally argue that, you know, yes, it's great if everybody's equal. But I think it's going to be really cool because in making everything equal, nobody can really do anything. I think that's really going to be the whole concept. So I think we're going to be the defender of magic against someone who wants to get rid of it because they see it as an unfair advantage. I'm getting a lot of vibes from this that are really great. There's a lot of things that, you know, there's a lot of things they can get inspiration from. If you ever watched Legend of Korra, which is, you know, Avatar The Last Airbender spinoff, they basically, right, there's a group of people that can bend energy, right? They can bend fire, water, earth, and air. And there's a chapter where people want to get rid of them because they see it as an unfair advantage. I feel like this could be a war against magic users and non-magic users, and it would be a really awesome plot point, in my opinion. So I'm really, really excited to see the direction they take. What I do think for sure, if I'm just telling you guys based on how I've read the room kind of, I really don't think we're going to have extremely powerful beings that we have to, like, attack, like Cobb and Spider. I just don't think I don't see that anymore. I think what we're going to have is a very realistic villain who isn't just doing things for the sake of doing them, but he's doing them with a purpose. And that's really exciting. And I really hope the KingsIsle takes it that way. I'm sure that they really don't have everything planned out already. And maybe they might even use ideas from this video. I don't know. But what do you guys think? I would love to know what y'all's opinions are on this. Do you guys think that my theory is right? What do you guys think about the quest in general? And what do you think this nothing really is that's coming to the spiral to threaten us in Arc 4? That would be an awesome discussion. I really want to see in the chat, so in the comments. So hopefully y'all do it. But that's going to be the video for you guys today. Hope you guys enjoyed. It's a different video than I normally do, but I thought it was really interesting because no one was talking about the quest. If somebody hasn't told you also today they doing something wrong, drop a like if you enjoyed and leave a sub if you're new and stay awesome, bruh. Yeah, yeah.